What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Battle Talk, a live call-in show where we take all of your Blizzard-related questions and tweets and answer them to the best of our ability, while talking about the latest news for all of Blizzard's IPs and franchises. I'm your host, Mike, also known as Thilladrin, and we got a pretty interesting show for you tonight. But before any of that lovely stuff, joining me, like usual, on my will be left, Mr. Dom.
What's up? Look.
I see you've been busy.
That, and that. Yes. I'm getting there. I'm making progress. I don't have much time left.
That's actually impressive progress.
About this.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
I don't even care about golds. I have, 4 golds right now. I don't care about those. I only want silvers.
I was there with you for the Sholomance gold. That was, that was an experience.
It was.
Yeah, got it by the skin of our teeth. But anyway, more about that later. Also joining us from the other spot, and with a completely unrelated to Blizzard background, Cody, also known as Can't Heals.
Hi.
So what have you been playing lately?
Can you guess?
Can you
guess?
Looks like My Little Pony Magical Adventure or something like that.
Exactly what I've been playing. I've been playing Hello Kitty Big Island Adventure.
That was the one.
Why didn't I get invited to that?
Because
you were too busy doing challenge modes.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, I'll admit it. We've all been playing the crap out of Destiny lately because it actually is pretty good.
Yeah, somebody who last episode did not have it. They
got
jealous and had to run out and buy it.
Oh, we'll go with that. Yeah. Welcome to the world of technical difficulties. He was on my left before, and he was below me. Now...
Whoa!
There's gremlins in my system here. I don't know what the hell is going on.
We're like the Brady Bunch right now.
Totally the Brady... Where's the Mario Kart case? I don't know where that... You took it home with you.
I did, but I have this now. Do you want this?
Yes, but I don't have it. It is in the other room.
Wait a minute. Mine doesn't work that way. Mine looks different.
I'm sorry. I'm getting very distracted by chat right now because apparently we want to do a show called Mike and Mike and Mike and Mike in the evening.
That'd be interesting. Get all the mics from Game Breaker into one show.
Mike Shaftnit, Mike Byrne, you. Where the mics are there? Mike B. That'd be really weird.
I'd watch that. I'd watch that.
That'd be really weird. Anyway, we're going to start with something that's different today. So,
we change it up and we get lost.
No, we're not getting lost. We're not getting lost. You can get lost. We're not getting lost. Hearthstone!
Whoa! Oh, hello.
I know, right? Hi, Hearthstone. Anyway.
Weird.
There was a balance change this week. Big one.
Well, it didn't go live yet.
Didn't go live yet, but it was announced. You're right. Leroy Jenkins is getting the old Nerf bat.
Boo!
Right upside the back of the head.
Now,
go on.
I can't say that this change is not merited because it is. It's been a big problem for a long time now, and it's almost impossible to find any deck right now that is not running Leroy.
Yeah. From what I've seen Leroy a lot in the Hearthstone I've watched lately, and I always liked it. I like Leroy. He's good. Maybe he's too good. They're also balancing the starving buzzard. What change are they making for that, Dom?
Well, Leroy himself, they upped he was a 4 mana, he's a 6/2, and he summons 2 1/1 whelps on the enemy's board. Enough, basically, to be able to kill off Leroy, to make him viable for one turn. But the Miracle deck, in particular, has been the problem, because for 4 mana, you can send him out, hit the opponent, you can Shadow Step him, which costs 1 mana, and will send him back into your hand, and it costs 2 less to summon him again. So now that's, what, 5? Or is it 1 mana? It might be 1 mana. I don't know. No. 2 less.
Yeah,
3
so
less?
it would be 2 less.
2 less.
Yeah.
Yes. So then it costs 2, and then you could Shadow Step him back, and then use it again. So you can effectively use Leroy 3 times to attack in 1 turn. That's 18 damage in 1 turn.
That's
ridiculous.
So awesome.
It floods your
It's
enemy's board with
ridiculous.
whelps, but it's 18. Wow, holy hell, that's...
Yeah, 18 damage in 1 turn off 1 mob. Granted, it's a combo that you need, but the thing is with the Miracle Rogue, the way that they work it is they use the Gadgetzan Auctioneer, which every time you cast a spell, it puts a spell back in your hand, or it draws a card, rather, I should say. And as the Miracle Rogue, you're pretty much playing only spells in the deck, very, very few minions. So every time you use a card, it's cycling through, and you're getting more and more cards. And a lot of your cards also have draw abilities, so you're using it, the Gadgetzan up, and now you're getting 2 cards back. So chances of you getting it are a lot more likely than you would expect. So it's become somewhat of a problem. And what they did is they upped it to 5 mana, which now makes it a Shadow Step value of 3 mana when you use it, which makes it a lot less likely that you're going to see it summoned multiple times in the same turn. Not that it can't happen, because you can summon it, Shadow Step it back, play it, but you're probably not going to be able to Shadow Step it back, and then you'll be able to play it next turn, but at least it's not all in 1 turn. You can kind of prepare for it. The only problem is I can still see this being Leroy's going to be still huge even with this change for the Shaman deck, because what you can do is you put Leroy down, and you can drop in Ancestral Spirit and Reincarnate on it, and now you attacked with Leroy, you put Ancestral Spirit on it, so that's 5 mana, 6, 7, right? And then you use Reincarnate, so it killed Leroy and brought him back, and with Ancestral Spirit, it brings a second copy of Leroy back. So now that's another 12 damage you could do. So it's effectively what the Shadow Step was doing. But now imagine that combo if you already have Baron Rivendare down, which doubles your Death Rattle effect. So now you have 4 Leroys on the board. So the Leroy combination has in fact been fixed with Rogues, but it is still going to be broken with Shaman. And I think we're gonna see Shaman a little more prominent because of this.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but
it's insane.
The community reaction to the Leroy Jenkins nerf, and by the way, it's not a huge nerf. You are getting a mana cost increase. Oh my.
Right.
By 1 mana. But apparently, and this is according to what I'm being told, and what I've read, the community reacted with rage, more rage, and a little extra helping of rage.
That's putting it mildly.
I'm sorry. Did you say rage?
I may have said rage. Allow me
Did you get
to
enough rage?
allow me to share with you a cup of rage.
That statement is about as mild as a ghost pepper.
Yeah. Cup of rage right here. Not going to drink it because, I have to remain civil.
And the other big change they're making is, like you said, the Starving Buzzard. It was a 2 mana cost. It was a 2/1 minion, and for every beast you would summon, it would draw you a card. So now if your enemy had a full board, you play a Starving Buzzard, you play Unleash the Hounds, you now summoned an entire board of 1/1 minions, drawing a card effectively for all that.
Yep.
Yum.
So, and you could do it twice. You can summon Unleash the Hounds, whatever, and smash them all into a minion, and then summon another Unleash the Hounds. You wouldn't want to do it with a full board, obviously, but you can do it if the opponent only has like 3 minions up. You can summon double Unleash the Hounds to get 6 cards, whatever the case is. They increase the cost of Starving Buzzard now. Instead of costing 2 mana, he's going to cost 5 mana. And they're changing his attack to compensate for that by raising it to 3 attack and 2 health. So it's still not... it makes it kind of a pricey
the
card.
mana cost is too high.
The mana cost is definitely too high. But if you're using it, like most people have only really been running 1 Starving Buzzard, and if you're using it specifically for the Unleash the Hounds combo, you can still pull that off. That'll cost 8 mana.
It'll be later in the game, and hopefully their board is full, but... I think
it'll
five.
still
I think
cost 8
five
mana
mana
to
is still
do,
way
but
too high.
I agree.
All
I
right.
agree. I think it should be 4 mana if they're gonna leave those stats, but
Four seems
um,
about right, just to
Seems
double it.
reasonable.
Yeah.
but I think the reason being is they did that because they don't want you to double unleash the hounds, and if it was at 4 mana, you're within the 10 mana range to do so. So
Makes sense.
I think that was the reason being that. So hunters are very prominent, rogues are very prominent, especially as you get later on in the ladder. And I think that this was noticed during the Hearthstone qualifiers that have been running. I think Blizzard has been paying a lot closer attention because just before these tournaments went, they said they had no plans to change any cards leading up into the thing, and now all of a sudden card changes came out, and I'm like, okay, so only thing I thought of that happened between now and then were the qualifiers, and they probably saw how prominent these two decks and combinations were because almost everybody was running some form of hunter control and miracle rogue. So
All right. Well, anyway, these changes are going to be. The target date is September 22nd, so next week, for these changes to go live. I mean, crazy Leroy combos still possible with a shaman, but anyway.
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
we
just
do have
lift
the
this.
season 6 card back, which is coming.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Half a month away. Don't forget, guys. Get in there. Get to rank 20 by the end of the
Probably do
season to
that.
get your cool pirate card back.
Ooh,
Arg.
I love that card back. It's so good. The pirate wheel.
So good.
Anyway, our
Arg.
last bit of Hearthstone talk tonight. Apparently, it's at 20 million active players, or 20 million players. I shouldn't say active because I doubt they're all still active.
I'm honestly curious to see how many of those people are mobile and how many of those are actually PC based. Now, granted, I'm going to say most of them are PC based, but I'm honestly curious to see where the iPad version stands in those numbers.
Yeah, the
I can
mobile.
100% tell you that most players are PC based, and the reason I know
yeah.
this is playing in through the ladder. The difference is you'll see against somebody who is playing on PC versus somebody who's playing on iPad is you'll actually see what they're targeting and looking at and highlighting, which you don't get to see that when you're on the iPad because it doesn't have that kind of cursor.
Right.
So when you mouse over a card on the PC, you can see an orange border that your opponent is targeting that card because they may or may not know what it is, or if they're in their hand or they're mousing over your hero power or something like that. That doesn't show up on the iPad. So if you come across anybody and you're like, why don't they have any of these things? It's because they're playing on mobile.
That's actually good to know. I would never have thought of that.
And we're still missing the Droid version.
Yeah, that'll definitely help their numbers when that gets out there.
I'm gonna keep bringing that up every week until I get it.
Having a mobile platform on top of PC definitely helped them hit that 20 million mark. But Hearthstone going strong since it has been since its release, which is great news actually.
It is.
We'll talk. Well, okay, so it's kind of.
I think this is the most successful game Blizzard has put out with this small team.
Yeah, I think it's that's true. Just because I think honestly, and obviously, because it's free to play, that incentive's there. But I'm also curious with Heroes of the Storm, with it being free to play, if we're going to see the same numbers.
If Heroes formula works out, we'll definitely see. I don't think we'll see 20 million, but we'll definitely see, pretty decent numbers.
They're going to do some kind of incentive tie-in to get people to log into Heroes to play WoW and get rewards and that thing the same way they did with Hearthstone. So they're going to have a huge spike in players just for that reason. People that want to mount or a pet or something to do by playing 3 games in Heroes. You're going to see that. It's going to happen.
Blizzard is good at that, so.
Yeah.
Whatever. Unique stuff for my other Blizzard games. I like it. Speaking of other Blizzard games, StarCraft 2. The WCS opening weekend has been announced is October 31st. Yay, Halloween, to November 2nd. They're starting the global finals a week early due to the amount of content between WoW, StarCraft, and Hearthstone. It will take place at ESL's in Burbank, California studio. So, yeah, better change your plane tickets. You're going to be spending a lot of time in Southern California if you're interested in that.
I think
that's like over 10 days.
Yeah, that's like 10 or 11 days.
Yeah.
Go. I don't know. I don't like Southern California that much.
What?
You're weird.
I would much rather be in SoCal right
okay,
now.
you don't like SoCal. What is your weather looking like today?
My weather was a lovely, cool 65 degrees.
Oh, well, why don't you come
we
to
hit a
Southern
low-
Cal and hit 102?
I don't want it to hit 102. I like 65. I work outside.
We hit like a low of 50 at like 4 o'clock this morning when I was leaving the house to go to work. So
This weather segment of Battle Talk brought to you by this quarter. Anyway, get to a couple Twitter questions.
Let's plug.
ooh, I like Twitter.
I like Twitter. Who doesn't like Twitter? Let's see what we got.
Cool.
What?
Well,
Related
what
topic.
I like
From-
Twitter.
This is from Sarah at Wraithfey. She asks, with the apparent success of Hearthstone, do you think Blizzard might consider another game designed for the mobile platform?
I think Titan will have some form of mobile aspect to it. It's going to have to.
Didn't they put Rock and Roll Racing on Game Boy?
Did they?
Okay, that was a while ago. Where I think she's more or less talking about like future projects, not like 1990.
I think she's talking more
Wow.
about phones and other,
Yes, I'm gonna
iPads
tell you right now.
and stuff.
Here's the next Blizzard mobile game. You ready?
Go for it.
World of Warcraft Pet Battles.
Oh,
We've already talked about this. It's not happening.
You
Ever.
know,
Not
it's
going to.
not happening, but
Going to happen.
oh wow,
it's gonna
that's
happen.
you know what, that would be an amazing
World of
idea.
Warcraft Pet Battle Pokemon. It will happen.
Oh my god. I'm seeing in chat, I mentioned Titan. Someone mentioned Titan. Is like, Titan still exists? I'll give you my conspiracy theories in the post show about that, but,
Titan as well too. Just I'm gonna throw it out there.
sure. Yeah. I would play Blizzard Pet Battles on a mobile. It would, give me an excuse to do them. I rarely do. I only have a couple pets max level.
It would be amazing.
It would be pretty cool, I think.
Considering
Yes,
it's taking them
Omikins,
forever.
effectively, it is Battle Camp, but for WoW pets, and Battle Camp is amazing. And if you don't have that on mobile, go get it and play it and join the unofficial GBN
Oh my god.
group.
Nice plug.
Interesting plug. Very well done. One more Twitter question before we move on topics. Also Hearthstone related. This is from Goblin Graphics. With Hearthstone expansion coming soon, TM, what should I save up? Gold or dust?
Dust. Because you can always buy card packs with real money.
Huh. Going the pure free-to-play route option, Dom?
If you're gonna go the free-to-play route, save gold, obviously. But if you want specific cards, you need to save up dust. So this is kind of a
Both.
question that answers itself. Save both.
Yeah. Just save, because...
To acquire cards faster, gold. To acquire specific cards, dust.
yeah, that's... So you're going to still want both. That's basically
And don't
it.
forget, you'll be able to run. We're assuming at this point, because I don't see why they wouldn't, but you'd be able to run arena and choose which pack to redeem if you want classic pack or expansion pack. I'm under that assumption because that's how the store will work.
Yeah.
I assume the arena would work the same way. So make sure to practice up in arena, because if you can get 5 to 6 wins, you have a chance of getting your gold back. 7 wins guarantees you get more than your gold back.
All right. I'm good with that. Anyway, moving right along. World of Warcraft. This is where our biggest chunk of the show will take place tonight.
We actually have a caller on deck for World of Warcraft before we get it into
Immediately?
news.
Really?
Immediately. Boom.
Wow, I was expecting down the line. Let's do it. Hi, caller. How are you? What's your name? What do you got for us? I do this differently every time.
You do.
I do.
Sorry,
Well,
confusing.
it's me. It's Jiginator, and I'm tired as hell.
Oh, well,
I keep
too.
forgetting the conversion. It's 4 a.m., right?
Yeah, it's just about to be full.
So, hi again, Jake.
How
What do
do
you
you
got for us?
function
Yeah,
at
how do you do anything at school, at work, or whatever?
have a bunch of energy drinks, and I also have an hour bus drive to school where I usually take a nap.
Oh, that actually works. Dom, he's you.
Yeah, so energy drinks and naps. So yeah,
Energy drink.
yeah. Let's see. What was my question again? All right. Recently, we found out that they are adding facial recustomization to the barbershop in World of Warcraft, and I understand why they have done it with the new characters models and everything, but what about the actually price for paying the service? Because you can still change the skin tone, but will we still have to pay full price just to change our skin tone?
Ooh. That's a good question. I forget how. It's been so long since I used the barbershop. Does it charge you differently for hairstyle and color? Or.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
They do. They charge you for each single thing, and it scales with your level. So the higher level you are,
Right.
the more you have to pay.
Well, let me ask you, Mike. If you went to the barber shop and you wanted a haircut, is that going to cost more
Yes.
or less than if you wanted them to paint your hair purple?
Alright, it's going to cost less than if I wanted purple hair and a haircut. You're right. So,
Right.
okay, that makes sense. I guess changing your skin tone, which.
I've only known one successful person to do that, and unfortunately, we cannot question him any longer.
No, we cannot. R.I.P. MJ. Anyway, I don't know, tattooing your face or changing anything like that. I like the whole idea of facial customization. I love the idea of the barbershop when it was put in. There's a little disclaimer here, and I love that they're adding to it. So getting that out of the way. I think it would be
Yeah, I like it
ridiculous
too, but still.
if they charge you full price for just a skin tone change and nothing else. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, but it's Blizzard. It's a gold sync. It's more customization for your character. I don't know. I don't know how I
It's the
feel
only
about
way
it.
to
But
do
I was
it is
thinking,
the only way to do it is to
Go
do
on.
a full race change, right? That's currently the only way to do it.
no, I believe that
Yes.
there's also I believe there's a service to just recustomize your characters as well
Oh,
for
yes, you
paying
are
money.
right.
But
I forgot about that. I see. I never changed my character. When I look at my character, I make sure it's the way I want it the first time. But that is a good point. So, yeah, I guess the paid feature to do that, because if you could change the facial features, the hair, and the hair color, what is left in the non-paid character customization? So,
Yeah, you're
I guess
right.
for the paid one, they have to have
all,
something.
Yeah.
all that is left is the skin tones, and you still can't change that unless you are walking oddly enough.
Huh.
The only thing I
Yeah,
can
if you
say,
change your fur as a walk-in, you can turn skin color.
Right.
the only thing I would say, like throw in here is just be glad it's not a paid character service like your name change and shit, and it's gold.
Yeah.
Because Blizzard could just easily go, yeah, you want to change your skin color or stuff like that? It's $20. Now they're just going to charge gold, make it a gold sync.
Speaking of the name change and all that, did you guys hear the news about the name release?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
Very
if
nice.
you don't log in between, I think it was a week or so, then you can reclaim old names that haven't been used since 2008.
Yep. Which.
The first thing I'm doing is on my old server, I'm going to save the name of. It was a famous gold farmer from back in the day, and this gold farmer was a beast. I'm going to go take his name as soon as it's available.
As soon as it's available, I'm going to take the name Ted, which is my friend's Death Knight's name on the other server, just because he doesn't play anymore. We've made Death Knights together. I was Steve, he was Ted, and it was Ted and Steve's Amazing Adventure was our guild. So that didn't last as long as we wanted it to, and Twitch wasn't a big thing, so we never streamed the Amazing Adventure. But I want Ted as a Death Knight. That's my little
Why Ted?
story.
Torn Death Knight, right?
Yeah, I don't know why Ted.
Teddy Torn.
It was just something funny we came up with, and hell, we were in high school at the time. So, no, we weren't in high school. Wrath of the Lich King came out after that. I'm confused. I feel old.
You feel old. Shut up.
I am. I'll
Pretty
shut
sure
up
I'm
now.
older than you.
I don't feel old.
But yeah,
I'm
for
probably the youngest.
I think you are. For the character reclamation, it's once the patch drops. The pre-Warlords patch drops. That's when they're releasing all unused names. Back into the wild. Be free. Feeding frenzy. That's going to be fun. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure my name's safe, so I'm not gonna have to go back and steal my name from another server. So
same.
who wants to name their character Can't Heals other than me?
You.
On the server that named themselves Zista, it's some hunter rolling around. I'm like, who are you? Why did you take my name?
There's one other character named Thilliger in existence besides my mage, and it is a level 26 hunter. I wonder if he's any higher than that. I've lovingly watched his toon level via WoW Armory over the years. He gets about a level every 6 months.
Yeah. Jake, do you have any names that you plan on going back and trying to reclaim? Don't tell us what they are,
Sure.
but because if you say something, somebody might ninja it out from under you.
There's one name I would like to try on my main server, but as you say, I won't say it so they won't steal it.
Yeah, because I'm already going to go on to Mike's server and take Ted before he can log on.
See what I did?
Because he'll be at work and I'll have first dibs on it.
I broke. Yep, that's it.
See,
It's ruined.
Shouldn't have said anything.
I should just call my friend and tell him to delete Ted.
No, that would ruin everything. My plans are foiled. He'd have to resub to do that, and he's not going to want to. So my
Yeah,
plan is
you're
to
right.
work.
Anyway, Jake, you got anything else for us? Now that it is 4 a.m.?
Not really at the moment. Not really at the moment, no.
If you think it's something else, call us back. If not, have a good night.
Yes, good morning.
You know I will.
Yep, thanks for calling. Alrighty, so, World of Warcraft. As you now know, names are being released back into the wild. We've already talked about that. And we have some really big breaking news. And I quote, breaking news. Heirloom vendors are gone in 6.0. What? They're gone. Just out. Completely.
Good.
First,
I never
they cost
I never bought
points.
heirlooms anyways.
Then they cost gold.
Not yet. They're
And
going
now
to
they're
cost
just
gold.
Gone.
I'm pretty sure
They
Blizzard's
can't cost gold if they're gone.
Well, they said, Blizzard has said, and I'm not quoting because I don't know the exact line, but they're removing them in order to prep for the way they're going to work in Warlords gold-based. Plus, not all of them are going, I believe. The previous plan was Justice Point Heirloom Vendor was going to go... He was going to sell heirlooms for gold instead of Justice Points, because Justice Points and Valor are gone in 6.0. They want to improve the system as a whole, so taking it out makes sense for their design, whatever reason. You could still buy heirlooms from Dark Moon Fair, Argent Crusade, and with honor points, though. Those aren't going away. So, you want heirlooms, go get them now.
I never used them anyways. Heirlooms seem roughly kind of pointless to me now, just because they've got the whole... Ow, cat! The whole, buy free 90.
Yeah,
If you want to get a... unless you're
How
really
much money
into...
is that? How much
60
money
bucks!
is that?
Just
Yeah.
spend it!
That's way too much.
No.
That's
Just
the
go
entire
spend
cost
it.
of like the entire game and all the battle chests.
60 bucks versus heirlooms... I mean, if you
Okay, you're
sat down...
You're going to literally argue $60 when how long have you been playing, spending $15 a month?
Alright, you're right.
$12.99 because I buy it 6
my
months
God.
at a time. Thank
Whatever.
you very much.
Same.
Whatever.
No, 60 bucks versus 2 to 3... I mean, less than one full day of one full day of slash play time. So, you know...
Buy it. Just buy your
No.
character. $60. Just spend
60
it.
bucks versus, 20-something hours of grinding and leveling. No.
$60 versus time. That's all it is.
Sure. No. I like the heirlooms, so I'm just going to
spend
grind
the
it out.
money.
No.
Give Blizzard your money.
Well, they said it was delayed, the heirloom page, but they are working on it, and it will be a thing. Eventually. And As I quoted breaking news, I quote once again, bigger breaking news.
Because it is bigger. Why didn't you start out with this first?
Because it just makes sense to go from big to bigger to biggest. I mean, come
I
on.
don't have it, but there's no biggest.
Yet. Just wait for it. Actually, I do have a biggest. It's not written down. Bigger breaking news. The new Murky BlizzCon pet was announced. His name is Gromlock.
Yeah.
And it is Grom Hellscream transformed into a Murloc.
Yeah.
I know, right? He's adorable.
Hey, he's got a little.
This was dropped
axe
on
and
me
everything.
at literally the last minute, so I don't have a picture prepared. I might actually be able to get this one up with my Twitter window. Yes, I can. Sorry, I apologize. Look at him.
Yeah. Look at them tusks.
Got
Man,
the tusk. He got a little gore howl.
man, send him into battle. I bet he'd kick the crap out of frickin' Gromosh. After him. Go! Swing that axe.
Alternate names in the Twitter replies are Mercscream, Gromkey. No, it's Gromlock. That's actually really cute.
If he says something along the lines of, like, we won't be slaves, I find that kind of ironic.
In Murloc speak.
In Murloc speak. You know, he'll say it, and, like, every time he says it, you get, like, a subtitle down the bottom of your screen. It'd be, like, the biggest troll ever. It'd
Immediately,
be like,
if not sooner. I might have to buy the virtual ticket on top of already having a BlizzCon ticket just so I could get the pet faster.
Dom, you're insane.
I won't do it, but...
And I wouldn't spend
I like
an
your
extra
idea.
$60 for a free character.
True.
But I'll spend $40 to get a pet
That is
that I'm already going to get.
such...
Just spend the extra $20 to get a character. It's $20.
I am the biggest hypocrite.
Just give him your
Why am I
money.
such a hypocrite?
Oh my
I almost
god.
I almost rebought the Alterac pup because I didn't think I had it, and I almost bought it because it was on sale last week.
You should have bought it and just given it to me.
I should have.
You should have just bought a second one and given it to me, too.
I should have just bought one and threw it in the trash.
Well, that would've been a waste
No
of money.
throwing puppies in the trash. That's
You
not
could have used that
nice.
money to buy yourself a $60.
I meant the code, not the puppy.
God, I know you meant the code. Anyway, we're progressing here. The biggest breaking news.
Oh, it's like
I know.
like a reverse pyramid.
There's high latency in Blizzard servers. They're probably getting DDoSed again. That's it.
Oh.
That's not really... Well,
I know.
I guess it is.
Major lead in,
I mean, I can't play Hearthstone.
building up, and then I let you down. Sorry. No, you can't play Hearthstone.
Mike,
That's a
you told me you were never going to let me down.
I was never going to let my wife down. That was what we discussed in pre-show. You are not
But
my
you were
wife.
you're never gonna give me up.
I'll give you up.
You were never gonna run around and desert me.
I will cover you in whipped cream. I needed to see your face after that. I know, exactly. Back on topic. Here we go.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Good man. Anyway, we're hearing from chat that the lag really sucks right now. So, anyway, I don't know if they're actually being DDoSed. This is just theories roaming around right now. You know, Blizzard customer service says that they are looking into it. So, we'll find... it'll be fixed eventually, hopefully. Moving on. Legendary cloaks. Stop looking up. I see you down there. This is just so friggin' wrong. No longer obtainable in Warlords of Draenor. The cloaks are going bye-bye. You will not be able to start the quest line post 6.0. All quests will disappear with the launch of Warlords of Draenor, as if they
hey,
never
so
existed.
who wants to help me grind some rep as a healer? Because
You know what? That's going to be easy, because remember what we said, 2-3 weeks ago? Why the hell don't they make the Gaze of the Black Prince permanent? Well, guess what? They did just that. It is now permanent. Until patch 6.0 drops, about 4 weeks from now, you get double rep gain and greater chance of items being dropped.
Hey, but why would I do that? Why would I go and get the cloak just for cosmetic issues or reasons if I can go to Ordos after 6.0 for free?
That leads us into the other point. Once 6.0 drops, you don't need your cloak to go to Ordos
You're welcome.
anymore.
Yeah. But also, once 6.0 drops, like we said, the challenge mode rewards are going away.
You have 4 weeks to
won't
get
be able
4
to get the
challenge
title.
modes.
The
No
title is account bound, right? For bronze, you get bronzes and everything. The title's account bound, right? The mounts are also going to be account bound. The only thing that will not be account bound is the armor set for getting
Yep.
gold, and the portals,
Oh,
the
right.
teleports abilities that you get for getting the golds. Those will not be account bound. So if you want all the portals, you got to get gold. Which now that I'm thinking it, I kind of want gold a little bit more now because of that. Forgot about that. But the mounts, there's 3 of them, and you will get all 3 options. You'll be able to choose all 3 options. I believe next patch, I think is what they said. But you will not be able to earn it after that. The egg will just be, you'll be able to go to the vendor and pick them all up. But make sure, because those are 3 basically free mounts. Like if you're able to do these silvers, 3 mounts, and you're gonna need all the mounts you can get for the 250 mount achievement for the fiery
Yeah.
thing, whatever it is, the firehawk.
That's a lot of mounts, 250.
It is. You're gonna need all the help you can get.
I got my 100 achievement a few months ago, and I was happy with that.
Yeah, I think I've been slacking on mounts this expansion. I think I'm at like 170 or 180 or something.
I've been slacking on a lot this expansion. But anyway, that's
and
good.
the garage, kill garage on normal or greater to get the garage mount. The heroic garage mount will still in there. It'll just be a lower drop rate, so don't worry about that one so much.
All right. Anyway, on that topic, we're going to switch right into a Twitter question that we got here. It's from a familiar voice. Someone we just talked to, Jakeinator. With the legendary cloak going away in Warlords, do you feel it is more special as the People's Legendary of the previous expansion? So basically, does this make it more special? The People's Legendary. It really is. Don't all answer at once. I think it makes it slightly more special, but really not.
It's gonna. For me, I mean,
to find out
for me,
if
it's almost like the freaking Zalaman bear mount. Who cares?
I care.
Some people care. I mean,
care.
You know what? I don't care because in Warlords it'll get replaced. And I'll get another one that's better.
It'll still be
Very
there.
true.
You can still ride it and be like,
All it is cosmetic for me.
I'm reading it
cosmetic
chats.
items are permanent. Gear comes and goes. I care less about gear. I'm always going to be replacing my gear. And there's always going to be better gear. Mounts, they're cosmetic. You keep them forever. The point is to have them. I collect them all. I want them all.
Gotta get them all. Gotta get them all. Gotta get them all. Gotta get them all.
Yeah, really, that's all I'm hearing when you say that.
Look,
And
he's got
funny
the-
enough, I've
he's got
still
the-
never played
he's
a
got the
Pokemon
hat
game in my
on.
life.
He's got the hat on. He's got the blue shirt. We should just call him Ash Ketchum.
We really should, but he hasn't even played.
I don't care.
Never played a Pokemon game ever.
He plays
can all, like,
battle
String me up
whatever.
now and yeah.
He plays Battle Camp, which is basically Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Excuse
Yeah.
me. Wow.
Except it's better because it's an MMO.
I can't. Can we answer the next Twitter question? It has nothing to do with anything.
I didn't even get to throw my 2 cents in about the cloak.
You did. You did too.
Is it the People's Legendary?
No.
The only person that can answer that question is The Rock, and we currently don't have him on Skype.
I'm tweeting him. He's getting on GBN.
Here's a message for our executive producers. Total.
If you could get Dwayne Johnson on this show, I would love it.
Yes. Right there.
Make it happen.
That
Total.
make it happen.
If you get Dwayne the Rock Johnson on our show, I will forever, never, ever, ever say fire total deletion ever again.
The Rock says, know your role.
Bringing me to our next Twitter question.
That's not the one I'm looking for.
What?
I'm looking for the one from Katie.
I have that one. Give me a minute.
No, we need to use that one.
I'll use both
good.
of them. I don't have it queued up. I'm sorry. Give me a break.
Aw.
Here's this one, which is really weird. Why hasn't This is really weird. Anyway, the question is from Idiotank, and it says,
But you
"Why
can scroll
hasn't
out.
I can't scroll? It's the whole page is busted. I don't know what the hell happened." Technical
Fuck
difficulties.
Shafn's
There
fault.
we go. Exactly, Shafn's fault. Anyway, the Twitter question is, why hasn't Total been fired yet?
Because he's still in the process of getting Dwayne The Rock Johnson on our show.
Yes.
If he fails to do that, he will be fired within 24 hours.
Yes.
What is this? The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge?
Sure. There's a tweet from Kate. I don't have a tweet from Katie. I'm sorry.
Oh,
She didn't use the hashtag probably.
she did. She used GBN Live.
It's not showing up in my feed. I'm sorry. I'm looking
That's
here.
disappointing.
It's very disappointing. It's breaking my heart. I mean, anyway,
It says, is Dom single?
is Dom single?
You're welcome, Dom.
We're gonna zoom right in on Dom right here.
$1 million question, Dom. No, he's got Miley Cyrus. I could answer that one. He's got Miley.
Ladies and
La-da-dee-da-dee.
gentlemen, this lovely specimen likes long silent walks on the beach, candlelight dinners, and eats nothing but chicken.
Chicken. Chicken.
Chicken's damn.
I enjoy
Chicken.
long walks
Good.
off short piers.
Good.
Long
Chicken.
walks off
Good.
short piers with cement shoes. Not on him.
I love it.
I do too. Fifth Element.
Thank you for that question, Katie. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Katie. So
November is only a short little bit away.
he's
Can't
so
wait.
excited. He's getting ahead of me. November equals 3 weeks of Warcraft. Week 1, BlizzCon.
Yes.
Which is pretty awesome. Stop facepalming at me, Sarah. I don't like it. Reading chat here. Week 1 is BlizzCon, and that brings me to another Twitter question. I'm just weaving these in tonight. From Lactarded. Who's ready for BlizzCon?
I'm not.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame.
I'm
not
ready. I'm ready for Zisticon too.
I'm technically not ready. I'm
I'm not
not
ready.
packed. I don't have
I
anything
am more ready for
together.
Zisticon than BlizzCon.
You didn't even come to Zisticon last year, you
I did not. I was
bloody
sleeping.
heathen. No, you were
Because
sleeping and you were...
I was sleeping because I had to get up early for to get us some pretty good darn seats.
He did
For
He
the
did.
opening
I'll give him
ceremony,
that. Was,
so-
but was that
Shush.
was that worth missing Zisticon?
Yes.
Okay, I agree.
We did have pretty good seats for the opening ceremonies.
He did. Who's gonna be my date to Zisticon?
Not me.
I wasn't asking you two. I was asking
I mean, Shaftnet was your
those
date.
people.
Shaftnet was your date last year.
Oh,
Well, he was.
You
You
did
fed him cheesecake.
I did feed him cheesecake. I hand
That's
fed
really
it to him.
awkward.
That was extremely entertaining to watch. Yeah. Katie says she'll be your date.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, you are single, Dom. Apparently.
Anyway, moving right along. Week 1 is BlizzCon, which is going to be an epic mountain of fun, an avalanche of excitement, natural disaster unnamed of positive emotion. We'll go with that. My analogy center in my brain is broken. Week 2, expansion drops, which means get right back from BlizzCon and Warlords of Draenor.
It's going to be the lowest selling expansion to date
You think so?
because everyone's going to be broke from BlizzCon.
Oh. A lot of people pre-ordered already,
I did.
as I got the hiccups.
I already pre-ordered mine, and I got the digital one, and then I pre-ordered the collectors on Amazon.
I pre-ordered the collectors on Amazon as well.
Blizzard needs to get back to me though, because I want to still find out if they're doing their launch party down in Irvine, because I want to go down to it.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. I don't live anywhere near there, so it's not even an option for me. But, yeah, Week 2, expansion drops, and I'm going to be playing the crap out of WoW again. Week 3, 10th anniversary begins. The events are going to run from November 21st to January 6th. And that's a nice long time.
Excited and terrified at the same time.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You're going to log in during this time, and you will get...
5 days.
What?
You have 5 days to get level 100 and be ready for LFR Molten Core.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. 5 days. Have fun. November 21st to January 6th at 10 a.m. You log in during this time, and you will get your Molten Corgi pet. We've shown you pictures before. It is adorable, and it's on fire.
It is.
Is
See,
it
It's huge. Did you see the video on that?
a core hound is gigantic, so
Well,
The-
they
the
pretty
thing
much
I'm
didn't
worried
scale
about-
him.
The thing I'm worried about is, well, Molten Core, first and foremost. I'm really excited to get in there, but at the same time, I'm terrified to go in there. I'm hoping that they troll everybody and make it so it is just a level 60 version of Molten Core, legit scaled up, and everything else is in place. That you need Trank Shot, doesn't exist anymore. And I
you
would
need a
love that.
trank
I
shot
would love-
rotation.
Yes.
You need...
Would love
You do realize that would
resistance
never
gear.
work in LFR.
It wouldn't work. You
Fire
need...
resistance gear. I'm well aware, but I'm hoping. I would love fire resist gear required to take out the lava packs.
What about the dedicated decursors who needed the mod with, where you just click the button and it
Decursive.
automatically... Yeah, decursive. It automatically decurses the nearest target for you.
Yeah.
Until they remove that.
I would love if they were able to somehow put this in and troll everybody and make it like 40-man Zerg on this trash mob because you have to kill it before everybody dies to flame damage.
Right,
and
exactly.
Ragnaros, you have to have a 550 fire res to even attempt him. Like, that would be amazing.
Yeah, all of that. Oh my god. Remember the... What was his name?
Immunity. The one thing that they might not change, like realistically, like obviously that stuff's a joke because they're never going to do that.
Fire
but
immunity.
realistically, is the fire immunities because everything in Molten Core is immune to fire. So they hopefully will fix that so people playing fire mages or whatever, they'll be able to do some damage this time around.
Warlocks, yeah. I was thinking of Shanox, the make 8 different groups that are spread out and separated and everything.
Jump.
Yeah.
Everybody jump when he blinks. Yeah.
Everybody jump when he blinks, and the living bombs are... Oh my god, that's just...
The more and more I think about this, the
horrifying.
more excited I am.
I know,
I hope
me
it's
too.
Bad. I hope it's bad too. I don't want like this face roll where you can do the thing with your eyes closed. I want some kind of form of mechanics. I know it's
Yeah.
LFR, I understand that, and I want some form of mechanics though.
Anyway, for those wondering, the details are: it is an LFR version of Molten Core. Defeat Ragnaros, you get a Core Hound mount, and you will have a 100% drop chance of a Warlords LFR quality helmet. So it's going to be the same item level as something you will get out of Warlords LFR. The other...
Gets the. I hope my rogue gets the warrior one.
That would be cool. Sure. What do you think they're going to be?
Does it say pertaining to your class? It's
No,
just-
you're right. Is it going to be
Just do it.
reskin tier 1, do you think?
Full. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but it'd be really
I doubt
it'd be really nice just for the nostalgia purposes of, it being the anniversary for Warcraft. If they would just update the stats.
Right. Well, that would be pretty nice.
Have like a transmog set that you get for completing it as well, or that you could earn tokens off the bosses or something like that for your tier transmog.
Yeah, just
kinda
like the
cool.
Dark Shaman set.
Yeah.
Also, other event. South Shore versus Terran Mill, the Battleground. Team Deathmatch style, 2 brackets, level 90 to 99 and level 100. We previously discussed this, but we didn't have this detail. Winning gives the titles Terran Mill Terror for Alliance and South Shore Slayer for Horde. So, if anybody remembers the epic battles that would erupt back when World PvP was a thing, the back and forth between Terran Mill and South Shore endlessly all day long. That was some entertainment right there. But, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see what comes of it.
It'll be interesting how it translates over to now compared to where it was in vanilla.
Yeah, because vanilla was a totally different ball game, I guess I could
What's
say.
excited about this battleground is it's deathmatch. If you're playing in it,
Yeah.
it's what, 50 on 50?
Yeah, see,
What is the...
is it
what are the
50 on
numbers?
50? I thought it was 100 on
I don't know.
100.
It's I don't know. It's something.
It's our first
Maybe
true
it's
death
40 on
match,
40 or something like that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you die, you die. You don't respawn. That's the end of it. You're done.
Yeah, no res. It's like it's a giant arena.
Last man standing wins. Fill up an
go.
entire team of rogues.
Go Epic Healers.
That's why I hated it.
Fill up an entire team of rogues. Get 40 rogues, 50 rogues, whatever it is, and then you all just focus. All right, get Thilidrin. Everybody jumps on Thilidrin, kills him, one shot, vanish. Boom. You stay vanished until your cooldown comes back up. Next target, boom, take them all out, vanish. You one by one. You'll never even lose a teammate.
This is what happened to me back at Vanilla because I would be I played a mage and I would get jumped on by 4 or 5 rogues at a time, and this was back when one rogue jumping on you could, mess your day up. I was dead before I could react.
Yeah.
So that's just not nice.
I think it'll still be fun.
It'll be fun, but
We'll see.
beyond the shadow of a doubt, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I am going to love it. Anyway, moving on here. I thought I forgot something for WoW. I'm sorry. Diablo 3.
That was a nice brain fart there.
I know, right? I've been having them a lot lately. Haven't. Diablo 3 is ranked number 3 out of 25 on IGN's list of top games for the PlayStation 4. Agree or disagree?
Are there even 25 games out for the PS4?
Yes, there are
Yes.
a lot of games out for the PS4.
See, you need to consider that AAA retail games are not the only games out for this console. You need to remember indie games and PlayStation Network games are also out.
Yes.
So there's literally over 100 games out for the PS4.
And some of them are pretty damn good.
I won't buy them unless there's boxes, physical boxes.
I forget everything on this list because I saw it recently, and it's pretty
What was
good.
number 1?
I don't remember. The hell was
Oh,
number
The
one?
Last of Us Remastered, if I have to guess.
Yeah, you're right. You're dead on.
Well,
That's what
better
it
be.
was.
Game's fantastic.
Yeah,
That
Last of
game
Us
is
was
amazing. I haven't played the
fantastic.
remastered. I don't plan on it. It just came out way too soon from when the original was launched, and paying
I
for the
agree.
game all over again, I'm not going to justify it. If I didn't buy it on PS3, I would have bought it for sure. But maybe I'll go back in a couple years when it's on sale. 2-3 years from now, go back and play it.
I still
Probably
think
around
it's
the
worth
time
to
when
buy
the movie
now.
comes out.
I never played it, so it might be worth it for me. So,
Yeah, probably.
yeah. I'll do it.
So,
I mean, my PS3 was broken for years. I never got to do the Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD editions or the Shadow of the Colossus HD remaster or any of that.
Right. Have you guys gotten a chance to even play Diablo on PS4 or even PS3 for that matter?
Unfortunately,
the only time I played it was when I was at BlizzCon last year just to test out the Crusader.
I didn't get a
Other than
chance.
I
that-
played it for a very brief period of time, and it seems like it plays better on the console than it does on the PC.
Because it's probably made for console first before they ported it, then they just ported it over to PC.
I don't know how,
Awesome.
but yeah, a lot of people I talk to say the same thing, that it plays really nice on console,
Yeah.
which was surprising to pretty much everybody.
The one thing I'm upset that we don't get, and I can understand, is the Last of Us. Oh, look at this tie-in. The Last of Us dungeon that you get in Diablo 3. Like, that just came full circle. I'm so proud of myself.
Congratulations. We need
That's a good
a banner. Congratulations, Dom.
I win the internet. But like I was looking because I wanted to watch some videos on it, and I was trying to figure out how you even do it. My friend has it, and I was asking him. I was on Skype with him last night actually, and I was asking him if he had played the Last of Us dungeon yet. And he said he doesn't know how to get it. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna research and try to figure it out so he can go do it. I couldn't find it anywhere, and then I found out that it's a Nephilim rift. It's like a random Nephilim rift, so you don't even get to choose when you get into it. You just randomly get thrown into it. And the last thing that I want to do is get randomly thrown into a room with a bunch of flickers.
Yeah.
You'd be wrecked.
Anyway, so based on the games Diablo 3, Destiny, things like that for the PS4, does that make you willing to pick one up at this point? Why am I asking? All three of us have one.
No.
Nah, I'm not picking one up.
No.
If you would have asked me this a week ago, I would have been like, yeah, I'm considering it. But guess what? Now I have one, so I'm not considering it anymore. Moving on. They
I might actually return my PS4.
Yeah,
way to
not
go.
worth it.
There's a hot fix
I'm just kidding.
that the drop rate of these 4 items, I don't know what they are, because Leoric's Regret, Vial of Putridness, and Idol of Terror, and the Heart of Evil, it increases on Torment 1 through Torment 4, with a 100% drop rate on Torment 4 or higher. That's good. And
Looks like
anyway, has patch 2.1 reeled you in enough to play D3 regularly?
nope.
If Warlords wasn't on its way out the door, right, and if Destiny didn't just come out, and if Hyrule Warriors isn't about to come out, and Smash Brothers isn't about to come out, and Hearthstone stops being such an awesome game, then I might have time for it. But unfortunately, with those 5 games, it's not happening. I'm sorry. As much as I want to play Diablo, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Diablo at all. I don't. I had a lot of fun playing Diablo. I just don't have the time for it.
I agree. Diablo is a lot of fun, especially when I need something to do and I'm bored of everything else, but I'm pretty much in the same boat as Dom right there. So I'll definitely play it more often than I would have 2 months ago. So, anyway.
Those items that you listed off, for the record, are 4 reagents basically to obtain a Hellfire ring.
Right. You're right. The Hellfire ring. I always forget about that. That's a thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And legendary items I'm used to dropping, not crafting, even though I've crafted one myself.
Right.
Anyway, on to the final Blizzard game that we talk about here. And that game,
It's the best game,
Heroes of the Storm.
especially now.
Chen Stormstout's live.
Yes! Woo!
He was way too excited about that. Small problem.
Beer!
Up until today, leveling Chen Stormstout meant that you got nothing for it because people... I actually know somebody who got him. He's probably maxed him at level 10 by now. He got him up to level 8 the first night he was out, and no talents would unlock. So you were stuck with the single ultimate and the 2 talent choices for every tier permanently. Which, mind you, is all you really needed. I don't know what the other talents give you as way of building, but I played 5 games with him, and he was ridiculously fun, very strong, single and team presence, and oh my god, keg roll is like the whatever it is. What is it called? Keg roll, rolling keg, wandering keg. There we go. That's the name of it. It's just one of the most overpowered things I've had the fun to play with in ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Okay, we're done with Chen
I haven't
Stormstout.
gotten a chance. I haven't a chance.
That's one word. It needs to just summarize Chen Stormstout.
Okay, summarize.
Beer.
Beer. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we can move on. It's just
he has.
beer.
I know he has no
I
mana.
haven't got a chance to check him out yet. So yeah, this is.
He
this
has
is good
no
information
mana.
for me.
His resources brew. It's at 100, and it can go to 150. Abilities use brew, and then his passive, you press the D button, and he channels, drinking brew, recharging very quickly. He channels for 5 seconds, gaining brew every second, and a shield up to a maximum that keeps recharging while he drinks. So if someone's attacking you, you just keep recharging that shield right on up. It has saved my life more times than I can count.
So I'm going to play off Race in chat. What if they added in Lore Walker Cho? They added in what's his
Killing
face?
me.
The leader of the Shadow Pan.
Yeah, Taranzu.
Yeah, and
Can
then they needed one more panda. You could have a team of pandas running around in Hearthstone. You could have Lily healing. You could have Chen Stormstout chucking beer at people, making them drunk. You could have Lore Walker Cho telling them massive stories to bore them to death. And then you can have Taranzu going and beating them over the head while they're sitting there snoozing. It works!
Can I have a question for Chen?
Go.
Do they have a disclaimer that you can't purchase Chen Stormstyle unless you're 21 or over?
Unfortunately, not.
Well, if you're not 21 by now, well, minus the people that just got in, I think that's kind of stupid. But I don't know.
You should
I think,
be able. You
I think
should
the
have
test-
to be level 21 before you can unlock Chen.
No.
But they're
Yes.
Jake and Ader
You
in
can't serve
chat.
alcohol to minors.
Emperor Xiao Hao.
Hey, it's 18 if you're overseas.
His point.
That went right over Cody's head. He
No.
just got it. I love it. I
Anyway,
love it.
Emperor Xiao Hao is the 5th panda. I want the Jade
Plants
Witch.
trees, because that's all I remember him doing.
I want a damage caster. Get the Jade Witch from Jade Forest. The crazy lady.
I still like my panda team.
I like the panda team.
Telling people stories, knocking them out.
Change ETC's other ult, Mosh Pit, and give it to Lore Walker Cho. Story time. He tells a story so boring that everybody falls asleep for 5 seconds in the area of effect.
Come up and, smack them and kill
Would it
them
be-
while...
Would it be anybody within a certain range, or would it be the whole map?
Oh my god, Lore Walker Cho tells a story so boring, all 9 other heroes fall asleep while he channels. And it just
should
lets,
be
like, the Grave Golem
everything-
beat on something.
It should be
That
all
would be-
players, your team and
Yes.
the enemy team.
Yeah, that's what I
included.
said. All 9 other heroes
That would
fall
be like
asleep.
the ultimate troll alt. It'd be like Cheng or Lore Walker Cho goes into the middle of the map, casts his ult, everything, including the merc camps, just fall asleep, and he's the only one standing there
No.
telling a story.
The only way it would be tactical is if everything else kept going. Minions, mercs, and things like that.
Well, if they're already captured, if they're not captured, then they go to
Yeah,
sleep.
you're right. Okay, good point. They go to sleep there.
That'd be so
This is
bad.
amazing. This amazing idea, Blizzard.
Blizzard,
if
gotta
you're
do it.
watching, get on this. Wow.
I want a Lore Walker Cho alt.
I'm stunned.
Stuns the
I'm
entire.
stunned.
I know you're stunned. It's
Uh,
stunning.
Because I'm listening to this horrific story, I'm about to fall asleep.
Yeah. Huh? So with the patch, there were a lot of UI tweaks, both in-game and on the main menu. I'll tell you, it took me a while to get used to the new main menu because everything is in a different place now.
Yeah, I took a look at it,
I don't even
and
like the new UI.
I like it honestly a lot better because now when you're in character
better.
select, you can actually see how much gold you've got easily, so you know how
Yeah,
close
those
you
changes are nice.
Yeah, you can just, it's one click to, you're up in the center and there's 4 party slots next to your name and you can just click and invite somebody to that. It's pretty nice, it's pretty quick.
I preferred the old UI though, when the big buttons were a little bit smaller, and I like the map. I like where they moved the map and all that, but I don't know. Ever since they updated the UI, I just haven't been as interested. It plays a little different to me.
Yeah, minimap still throws some people off when they're trying to move, to the bottom right and they wind up moving somewhere
You should have
else.
the option that you could put the minimap wherever you want.
It's a customizable UI.
I think that's one thing
Would
that
be a
would
great
set
option.
them apart from everybody else.
That would set them
Yeah.
apart from every other MOBA because no one does that.
If they add
Yeah.
in something along the lines of what's it called? Like LVUI, where you can move every aspect of your UI. But
Yeah.
obviously you can't move the bars or your character frame, but just the ability to move your mini map to whatever corner you want and
Why
rescale
not
it.
move the bars or your character frame?
Because you really don't want to move your bars. I mean, I would agree that you could at least give the option to scale those individually, like you can in League.
Mm-hmm.
But moving them
Yeah,
really
I don't
just
know.
doesn't make sense.
Why not? Because you're not clicking them. If you're clicking the bars, you're bad.
In a nutshell,
So it
yes, I would
shouldn't
agree.
matter where they are.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It shouldn't
But
matter
that-
where they are.
But that's why you make them extremely small. That's why I make my action bar in League of Legends really small because I don't need to see them, other than,
Yeah.
being really bad and having to click on.
When you
Something.
get to a certain point with any hero or champion, you know their abilities inside and out. You don't need the bars to be that big. You just need to know the hotkeys for them. So,
Right, so why wouldn't I be able to throw them onto the left or right of the screen too if I didn't want them where they are?
you know what?
Should be able to have that option.
You should be able to have
What if
that
I want to
option,
make them
sure.
as big as I possibly can and put them dead center in my screen so I can't see anything?
Then you're an
Then
idiot.
you're really bad.
Yeah.
Then you're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Well, because what if I want to click them? I need them bigger and easier.
Again, we're going back to
click.
clicking. If you're clicking, you're bad.
Yeah. So the in-game UI has hero stats. You can, see some good stuff on there. I know it's been put in previously, but I only really noticed the damage meters in when you press the tab screen, recently. And it separates it out into healing, hero damage, and siege damage. And I only noticed this because I did like 250,000 siege damage as a Murky in one game. Because the Murky changes are insane.
Wow!
Excuse me.
I felt that from over here.
Yeah, you guys heard it. Hopefully they didn't.
I'm like, wow!
Wow,
Reese
okay.
came like right down from, yep.
Fall allergies. I love them. Especially
Man,
when my allergy
if I-
meds are
if I would've
wearing
known you were gonna
off.
sneeze my direction, I would have like literally just went, wow!
Wah! Right off the screen. Okay, next time I have a cannon sneeze, just woo! Anyway,
Hit the dirt.
the biggest... Okay, here's the real shocking change, and I can't believe I forgot about this. I almost passed over it completely. When you die, the whole screen shatters now. Like,
Interesting.
I'm gonna see that a lot, aren't I?
yes, you are. And it's shocking the first time it happened. You die, all of a sudden it's just like glass breaking. And then,
Is that the same? How does that function for Murky if he has his egg up?
the glass still shatters.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
annoying.
that would get super annoying.
I know.
I can't wait to play Murky.
But it's a nice effect.
They need to change that because that's going to be really annoying just to play Murky
Yeah.
because you're always dying.
Murky's...
It should count as only an actual death.
Well, you don't want to always
Yeah.
be dying, but Murky's changes are interesting because his slime no longer does a poison dot. It does
True.
it does an instant damage and it slows still. But then it does like 60 damage on, when you hit them with it. But the next time you use slime, it deals 250% more damage. So, subsequent slime applications, and it's on a 5-second cooldown, hurt. And then you can get the talent where your auto attacks hit for double damage to slime targets, meaning you hit for Vala auto attack damage actually at that point at higher levels. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
And then you can get a buff to your pufferfish that does more damage to slime targets, and then you can lower slime's cooldown. So you got Murky has a lot of damage output, and you can take in Venom, and it's a lot of damage now.
Basically, the build I used to run with Murky, which was Assassin Murky, and that was before Assassin Murky was a viable thing. I used to use the deadly poison and everything, and I told you guys. I remember
I tried it.
People we used to play with. No, it was way before this. It was like the very first day Murky came out, and I set these up, and somebody goes, "That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? That's not how you play that at all." And I remember going head to head with guys, and I'd deadly poison them and bubble and run away, and I was like, "This is an amazing thing." They're like, "No, it doesn't work that way." And then like 2 or 3 days later, it became a viable thing, and they ate their words right in front of me.
People get when the popular strategy is to play one way, they like to say, oh, that's the only way you should play. There are no other options. Right. Reality, Assassin Murky was always a viable option. It's just when he was released, Pufferfish, the full Pufferfish build was so good that it was a game winner.
If you're going solo, but the problem with playing Murky was if you went solo, you were a huge deficit to your team. So that's why I built the Assassin, because I was sick of hearing people be like, "You're not helping the team at all," when in fact I thought I was by blowing these buildings up, which it effectively was. So that's why I was like, let me try to see what I can do to help the team out, and I built the Assassin build. And I go through. I'm not saying I'm the first person to ever build it, but I know I was the first one out of our group to build it, and it was a lot of fun.
remember on the other show, the other podcast I was on at the time, I said, Assassin Murky build, it looks amazing, and I was told, no. A month later, all of a sudden, check out the Assassin Murky build, it's amazing! That's when they nerfed the Pufferfish build into the ground. Now, it was the Murky changes were definitely a buff. I will say that. They were a serious buff.
Yeah.
If-
But they were also a serious nerf at the same time.
Yeah, they kind of were, because you would be able to just hit them with your poison and walk away, and they died.
You basically have to play the class completely differently. So it's not a buff or a nerf. It's just a different way of playing the class.
Yeah, the problem...
It's not as fun to me anymore.
You had 13-second slimes, and they would tick for 13 seconds, do a lot of damage. You threw Envenom on them, and then you hit them with slime. You could run away to do some other thing on the map, and the enemy hero would die without healing or support or anything like that. And you'd already be halfway to your next objective. So now you actually got to stay in there until they're dead, and then you can move on.
Yeah.
So, good change. It's interesting. Murky's a lot of fun still to play. But big changes coming are daily quest changes again. But again, this is Tech Alpha. They're finding their sweet spot. This is just going to be a list of some info here. I apologize if this seems tedious. But completion requirements and gold rewards are changed for the following. And I'm quoting. Win 1 game is now win 3 games. The reward is going up to 600 gold instead of 200. It's the same.
Good.
But it's one quest. It used to be win a game and get 200 gold. Now it's win 3 games and get 600 gold. So instead of having to do 3 quests, you only have to do 1. Play 2 games is now play 8 games. Reward up to 800 gold instead of 200. Most of these changes are about the same. Play 2 games with with a hero type in any mode is now play 3 games with any type in any mode. Reward up to 300 from 200. Wins in versus mode is now 30 gold instead of 40, but losses are up to 20 gold instead of 10.
I still don't like that. I'm sorry. Instead of decreasing the wins, they need to increase them, because I think the gold for playing games is still too low.
Yeah.
For the price of the champions, especially Chen, I had 10,000 gold, and then to come in and say, and Chen was what, 15,000? I'm like, no, you need to definitely increase the price for wins.
Yeah.
And losses.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I think
it's still
I think
off.
it's okay.
it's all right, but again,
I think it's okay because how often do you think they're going to be releasing heroes?
Once a month.
Once a month.
1 hero a month.
That's a good... I would like to see them sooner, 1 every 3 weeks or something like that, but 1 a month is something...
1 hero a month, I think, is more than enough to build up that gold in that amount of time.
It really is.
If you're playing the game casually, you're not going to unlock it, but that's the point. They want you to spend money on it. So
yeah.
I think it's fine. If you're a dedicated player to this, you'll be able to get that gold no problem within the allotted time.
And really, I mean, I don't know if I agree with a win only giving you a little bit more gold than losing, because right now it's just a 50% increase. Well, so a 50% increase sounds huge, but, in this case, it's only 10 gold. So, I don't know. I gotta see. Like I said, they're tuning their numbers. They're trying to find their sweet spot. Also, player level rewards have been changed. Level 8 and level 10 no longer award free-to-play hero slots. They grant 2k gold instead. Level 12 and 15 no longer grant 2k gold. Each awards free-to-play rotation slot. Gold rewards are now at player levels 20, 25, 30, and... oh, I'm sorry, no. I'm reading that wrong. They've been removed. The rewards at 20, 25, 30, and 35 are removed completely. Again, various changes to gold income. I'm very curious to see how this is going to affect things. But I still have, 35,000 gold.
Shut up.
What? From when their artifact experiment.
Oh, that's right. Because you were smart and didn't spend it.
I barely spent any. So, call me smart, whatever. Also, one more big change this patch, and that is Haunted Mines have been reworked. Finally.
What did they do?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's so good. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't played it yet because I haven't really played Heroes. But I took a look at the map on their awesome website that you can go to and look at the map.
Right.
They literally took the night camps, or night camps remain the same. It's still in the center, but instead of the 2 merc camps,
giant camps. Instead of being 2 and 2, it's now
right here,
1 and 1.
It's just 1 in the middle.
All the merc camps are on a center line, and they moved one of the watchtowers. The watchtowers are now... the map is now diagonally symmetrical instead of, horizontal, vertically or whatever. So, watchtower,
Is there still a straight path to go from top to bottom, so you could just run and get all 3 of those camps in a straight line, or do you have to like zigzag through terrain and whatnot to do that?
You gotta zig a little.
It's through the middle.
It's through the middle, like this way.
Everything's
So
lined
it's a
up
straight line through the middle.
Yeah, so,
No, I
base
understand
1,
it's through the
base
middle,
2...
but I'm saying, are there obstacles that you can't just go from the bottom camp to the middle camp? Is there like
No.
a wall between that you gotta go around?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
And then the lower level has been
That's
reworked.
totally been redone.
The golem
which I
is
think
now...
nice.
Yeah, the golem is at the far right side. There are no more skull minions on the other side of the golem. The golem is the end. You start off on the left, and you go through, and then golem's your end boss.
Yeah. So now it's almost like, you're still going to have the teams that rush golem, but now you're not going to be worried about the
Swooping
teams that go around and try and flank you.
It means
now you know where they're coming
I mean,
from. Essentially.
that takes a little bit of the strategy away from it. I
No.
kinda like having the flank.
No, you like having the flank, but also it makes rushing the golem, it makes it kind of an all-in thing, because now you don't have escape routes.
Yep.
You don't have as many. So you go for the golem, you're committing to it, and the enemy team can now box you in way easier and destroy
Especially
you.
with the golem, because we all know he's got the AoE stun. One good stun placement while the enemy team's poking at you, you can easily lose that fight if you're not paying attention.
Yep.
But I liked where, like, the enemy is engaged the golem, and you flank around to the opposite side, and you, like, take out their healer who decided to stand on the back wall, and you're able to take him out and kill the other enemy team before they get the golem, and then you ninja the golem from them. Like, that strategy probably will not work because the healer will sit in the back, and they'll drag the golem just a little bit closer to the front, and I don't know.
I like it. I don't like it. I gotta see it more. I've played the map twice, and it took until the 3rd time the golem came up for me to notice that the map was different, because our team was doing the ignore the golem strategy.
Oh, okay.
Well, one person was going down to get a few skulls, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be... I'm really interested in seeing how the strategy plays out, because we all know it's the whole... first time the golem's not really that important, go get the camps first, and now with only having 3 camps instead of 5... You're not that whole push isn't really necessarily a main focus. I do agree that with Blizzard that they're trying to make the bigger focus of going down to the mines and getting getting those skulls instead of the camps.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, the camps are still important because they still do your main pushing before the golem shows up. But with only having 3 now, they're not going to push as far as they would if you were to get all 5 camps.
Yeah, because you could get 4 giants in 2 lanes, one of those lanes supplemented by knights if you played your mercs correctly, while the other team is down, gathering skulls.
Yeah.
And for the first golem push, 5 merc camps was far better than 1 powerful golem.
Yeah.
So...
Yes.
But, I mean...
That's what we would do. We'd ignore the first golem and we take all the merc camps.
Yeah, it adds more value to going for the... Cody has a kitten under him. Yeah.
No, he's on my lap.
Oh. Anyway, it adds more value to the map's main objective, which the map sorely needed, in my opinion. But I think you can still ignore the first golem. Anyway... I don't
Depends
know.
on how well you're doing.
Yeah, I gotta see how it plays out. I gotta play the game a hell of a lot more. Destiny has taken a lot of time away from Heroes for me. But it is a good game. It has its problems.
Get on my level, son.
Quiet.
Ow!
Anyway, tonight we have one final Twitter question.
Ooh.
I should have done this in the World of Warcraft section of our show, but I'm sorry.
But look who sent it, so I can wait till the end.
This is from our executive producer, the Exalted Total Deletion.
Okay, don't make his head any bigger than it already is.
It's not that big. I'm being nice.
The Exalted?
Whatever. He probably has that title.
Now his head's like really huge.
He probably has that title. Anyway, do you think Blizz can deliver on this Warlords hype. What fears do you have about Warlords that could possibly flop?
It's not gonna flop because it's World of Warcraft, and no expansion has ever flopped except for. You can't even say Cata really flopped.
Cataclysm.
Cata was fine until the very end.
I'm actually coughing.
Cata was fine until the very end.
And then Mist's
For
Mop was
for what they were
fine.
trying to do, it worked.
Mop was fine until the very end. We've had a year of friggin' Siege of Orgrimmar here.
Warlords will be just the same. It'll be fine until the very end. When we've got
here's
2
my
years of their last freaking raid.
Here's my fear, and this is a fear that you would never ever hear anybody say for Warcraft in the past.
Go for it.
They're looking to pump out expansions quicker, with the possibility that this expansion is only going to have 2 raid tiers. If that's the case, I'm worried that there is not going to be enough time to do this expansion.
That's very true. I'm
I
all
believe it's going to
for
go by too fast.
I'm all for quicker content, but at the same time, that little, thing in the back of my head is going, it's a money grab. It's a money grab.
No, I
putting
think
out more expansions quicker,
not.
but it's not. I
The
know.
pet store and
I got
the
that
mounts and the character to level
Boost to
90.
90, yeah.
That's money grabs.
I
Those are money
don't
grabs.
share your fear of time because Blizzard's been doing this for a long time. If they see that a raid
2
tier,
raid contents though.
okay, well, let me.
That would be like us ending at Throne of
Yes,
Thunder.
there's only 2 raid
Could've.
content, 2 raid tiers. Agreed. That's not a lot, but at which the speed at which guilds are clearing them, that's what's going to determine the release date of the next expansion. If it's taking too long, Blizzard will delay the next expansion as long as they have to give the last raid tier justification for coming out.
Well, let's put it this way: if that was the case, I would not have challenge modes right now.
That's very true.
Do we know
I'll be
challenge
upset.
modes are returning for Warlords?
Yes. They
There
said
will
they
be
are.
challenge modes for Warlords.
Go see. Go do that.
Also, Wraithfey in chat says,
Gonna have a different reward.
yeah. She says Blizzard Fast is, means an extra 6 months.
So you'll have an extra 6 months of the last tier
Yeah.
rating.
Look, also, like you were saying, Cody, if they finish early, they could always delay the release for that reason. But also, if they do manage to be, to make these expansions quicker and they do delay their releases, it just adds more polish time. They can
Yeah.
nice things. Just gonna go with
Maybe
nice
maybe
things.
we'll finally get the dance studio.
Keep dreaming.
That's all I can see now is them getting night elves to start twerking.
We need the dance from Destiny that
Which one?
our awoken characters
thought-
do. The male awoken.
You thought the Moonglade Inn was bad before. Can you imagine them adding the dance
No.
studio and now you have
No.
twerking night elves? That would be
No.
the worst thing ever.
Moonguard RP.
I have a character on Moonguard.
Oh, yeah,
It's
Moonguard.
horrifying.
Is it female?
Moonguard
No.
RP. Boom.
Oh
Thanks, Mike B, for that song. I love that song.
my god. It's in my head.
12 days of SWTOR.
I'm gonna call you a liar one more time, Mike. We do have one other Twitter question. I
Oh
saw
my
it.
god.
Oh, we do. Who's it from? Where is it? I don't see it. Why don't I see it?
All I see is this Dom
Benjamin
single.
Broski.
Huh?
Benjamin Borowski.
I had that opened. Wow.
Well,
And
you didn't-
I
you
closed it
didn't use it.
accidentally. This. What?
They
This
have
is-
females.
They do. They're in game. How do Tauren and dwarves reproduce if they have no females?
Well, apparently you haven't been playing for a while.
They do?
They do?
Female dwarves have beards, right?
An armpit hair?
Not in World of Warcraft, no.
I thought they did in the alpha.
They probably did.
Thought they did.
That would have been amazing.
And Tauren is a little weird because you have bulls and cows and all that, so. But I think the better question is ogres.
We haven't seen any lady ogres. You're right.
They're asexual. They got 2 heads. Some of them have 2 heads. Oh.
No.
What? Someone had to say it.
He's right. Someone had to say it.
it.
Bye, cat. Um, I'm. We're done. I'm saying that's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Real quick. 'Cause no
Real
one
quick.
mentioned it. Real
Go
quick.
for it.
Lords of War, man. Did you see the
Oh, I haven't had a chance to watch the third
Zeratan
one.
video? That one was good, man. I saw it earlier.
They've been
today.
getting better. They've been getting real better, and I like the fact that they have this like overarching story for the beginning of them. Like it's been carrying over. So there's like an overarch story to tell in the present that has to do with the story being told in the past, and I don't know. It's super interesting. I like it.
I would almost I understand, you know, Lords of War, they're taking it from the Alliance side, but I almost want to see, well, how many episodes did they say there were? Like 6? 4?
Five, 6.
Around there? I would
I
almost
think
like
so,
them to
5.
see, and it's not going to happen, which sucks. So these ones are from the Alliance perspective, right? We're seeing Varian and the Draenei talking. I almost want to see Vol'jin and Thrall and what their point of view of this is all about.
Especially because Thrall is an orc.
Yes.
I would love to know his point of view.
Love to see.
I think we're probably gonna deal a lot more with that in game. This is gonna be more horde centric expansion again. Like
Good.
is
Screw the Alliance.
they're dealing.
They had their expansion.
Not that they're Wrath of the Lich King 12 years ago.
BC was kind of theirs because Illidan.
BC was all about coming home to the orcs. Like that was us.
Yeah,
That was us.
Wrath was kind of the Alliance expansion because
Oh, that's all
Arthas was, you know, an Alliance
That's
villain.
it.
That's all they need.
That's it.
They don't get anything else. They still have yet to have gnomes in a cinematic, so they don't get another expansion.
They have never had a gnome in a cinematic. They probably never will, unless it's some joke cinematic where one's getting punted.
Can't heals for Prez. I like that.
I like it too. Anyway, yeah, that's all we got.
No one would ever vote for me though.
I wouldn't.
See?
Shit, I wouldn't
Neither
even.
would
I would not vote for myself.
I vote for myself.
I would not want to run this country anyways. That's just too much of a
I
hassle.
would.
When I was younger, I thought, you know what, I would love to be president of the U.S. Now that I'm older and slightly wiser, oh, with that. Oh boy, too much work.
I would do a damn good job.
You probably do a damn better job as a politician than many others currently in office. But
No,
I
Cole, I did not mean have both parts, you goob. I know what asexual means.
Okay.
The angry man is Cody. Also known as Can't Heals. You can follow him on Twitter at Can't Heals with a Z. He actually can heal. Keep waving. This guy, Dom, also known as Zista,
Hey, you're missing some challenge modes.
he's working on them.
Yeah. I'm working on them.
Hey,
Slowly.
hey,
They're getting there.
they're-
They're getting there.
You're
Hey.
insane, honey.
Phil, can you see that color? Is that what your color block? You can't see those ones down at the bottom, right? The bottom 3 on the right of him and the bottom 2 on the left of him. Can you see those colors?
I'm
Are they
red.
gray?
I'm red colorblind.
Oh, so you can see the green.
So-
Gotcha. So you can't.
this.
I'm-
So you
What
can
does this
see
say?
hot.
That says hot. Oh my god, it's a red circle. I am not completely.
So you can't see Total Deletion's name in your chat because his is red. So it's just gray.
So red is invisible to you, right?
I have. I will find you the technical
So-
definition of my condition for next week. red is not.
So your wallpaper on your desktop, is that like really look really weird to you? Because it's full of red colors.
Oh, quiet. And
You can find me down below at Zista with an XIZTA with an underscore at the end. You could also
Zista
find
underscore.
us- Yes.
Hashtag
you can also find
Zista.
me. You can also find me on YouTube.com/ASOTV podcast for podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, including Doctor Who, which we've been doing pretty regularly, and everything else that comes back this fall season, including Gotham, which I cannot wait for.
I'm excited for that too. I'm Mike, also known as Thilidrin. You can follow me on Twitter at Thilidrin. You can join us every Tuesday night, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, for this lovely conflux of Blizzard information known as Battle Talk. Yeah, and that's it.
GameBreakerNation.com.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wow, holy hell. We all know each other through GameBreakerNation.com and other things like that. GameBreaker Nation is a multi-game, multi-platform community where like-minded people get together and just have a lot of fun playing different games. There was a Guild Wars 2 event going on right before this show, which is pretty awesome. If you're interested in joining, check out GameBreakerNation.com. It's pretty self-explanatory once you get there to how to apply and join a guild, or ask us anything you want on Twitter. Personally, I think all three of us are officers for the WoW Guild, but yeah, we have a guild for everything. So join us, have fun, hop on Mumble, stuff like that.
Fun stuff. Hey, Phil.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny. Get on my level.
Ooh, soon as post show is over, we are going to be running a strike in Destiny because we're horrible people. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a lovely evening.
Bye.
Bye now.
Sounded like Mickey Mouse.
Bye. Hey, Phil.
Goodbye, everybody.